Hi, everyone. Welcome back to God's Whispers, a place where we take the time to pause and reflect on the word of the Lord. Today is Ash Wednesday, the beginning of Lent. The day feels quiet and it's intentional. Across churches, people hear the words, "Remember that you are dust, and to dust you shall return." There's something about this day that slows us down because Ash Wednesday is meant to kind of wake us up. And today I'm going to be speaking about a reading from the second letter of Corinthians, chapter 5, verses 20 to chapter 6, verse 2. It states, "Brothers and sisters, we are ambassadors for Christ, as if God were appealing through us. We implore you on behalf of Christ, be reconciled to God. For our sake, he made him to be sin who did not know sin, so that we might become the righteousness of God in him. Working together then, we appeal to you not to receive the grace of God in vain. For he says, 'In an acceptable time I heard you, and on the day of salvation I helped you.' Behold, now is a very acceptable time. Behold, now is the day of salvation." So, back when this was written, Paul was writing to the church in Corinth. It was a city known for wealth and influence and trade, but there was moral confusion because the community there struggled with division and compromising with the surrounding culture. So Paul writes not as a theologian, but just as a spiritual leader pleading with his people. When he says, "We are ambassadors for Christ," he's reminding them that their lives represent something bigger. And then comes the line, "Be reconciled to God." In the ancient world, reconciliation wasn't just emotional. It meant restoring a broken relationship fully, removing any hostility and restoring peace. He's not saying feel guilty. He's just saying come back because now is a favorable time. Now is the day of salvation. When I was reading about this, it's similar to Isaiah 49, where God promises restoration to his people. So the promised time is now, not someday, not when things get better, but now. So the ashes in the church symbolize repentance, mortality, and dependence on God. But it's not the end of the story, it's just the beginning. The ashes say life is fragile and time is limited, but they also say return. It's not about earning forgiveness. Its reconciliation has been made possible because like the verse says, "For our sake he made him to be sin who knew no sin." So what does reconciliation mean? Sometimes it might mean just ending that quiet resentment, returning more to prayer, releasing control, confessing things that we've avoided. It's turning back to God. God is already reaching, and Ash Wednesday is when we stop resisting. So, journal prompts that would go along with this passage and the start of Lenten is, where in my life have I been slowly drifting instead of deliberately walking away from? And what would reconciliation with God look like? And what do I need to surrender this Lent? And if today truly is that favorable time, then what decision can I make before this day ends? And then finally, where have I mistaken guilt for an invitation? I hope that this message was encouraging to you. It's not meant to be heavy. It's meant to be clear. It's meant to be hopeful. So that's good news. I hope that you liked it. If you do, please leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe so you can continue to hear God's whispers.